You don't need to do all of the things that you're invited to do. You can say no. You can decide and prioritize which things you want to participate in and which things you want to do and which things you don't want to do. Hey mama, are you feeling lost in motherhood? Overwhelmed trying to do it all of the time? Well, I invite you to join me on this journey to find ourselves in motherhood again, to ditch the mom guilt and get that support from a mom friend that you've been looking for. I'm Jessa Raye, a work-at-home mom of 3, and my mission is to help moms thrive instead of survive. And you're listening to Caught Up in Motherhood. Hey mama, the holiday season is here, and you might be feeling a little overwhelmed, overstimulated, anxious, or hopefully happy and excited and ready to go, thinking about all the things that you want to do, need to do, and all the fun you want to have this holiday season in only, a month and a half? I mean, Thanksgiving is this week. And if you're not hosting and you're getting ready to go to someone else's house, awesome. If you are hosting, mama, you got this. You can get it done. It'll be great. No one's going to notice. If you didn't get to, deep clean something or dust the ceiling fan, no, that does not mean go do it. It'll be fine. I want to talk about 3 things that you can do to help enjoy this holiday season a little bit more and not let the frustration or the overwhelm or the I have to do 100 things get to you this season, and how to slow down and just take some time and be with your family and enjoy this holiday season. Now we're going to jump right into it here, okay? So for me, holidays have always been my favorite time of year, especially Christmas and getting ready for Christmas. I mean, if you've been around for a while, you know that I start Christmas shopping in July. And my goal is to be done in Christmas shopping by December 1st. Traditionally, Black Friday weekend, small business, I'm traditionally done. And then there might be a straggler or two, like if I want to get like one of those random gifts for in case somebody shows up, because what if? Those ones like the bottle of wine or the little notebook or something that's more universal that anyone can have, those kinds of gifts. But as the time comes, there's always things that we want to do, and there are others who plan things a little bit later. So we're adjusting, we're moving our calendars, we're doing the shuffle and trying to get all the things on there. And I want to tell you, one of the things that I started doing to help with this is I give myself, and I give you, if you need someone to give it to you, permission to adjust, to change your schedule, to make those adjustments to your day and what's a priority right now, right? If you work a traditional 9-to-5 office job and you have the PTO right now and it's that whole use it or lose it, I would always take Fridays off in the office for the month of December. And if I had enough, I would take a couple in November as well. And I would take that extra day off to do the things that I needed to do. Like traditionally, Friday would turn into clean the house, do any meal prep, run some errands, whatever. So in that way, over the weekend, I could do the fun holiday stuff I wanted to do, like Christmas caroling. Okay, not Christmas caroling. I can't sing. Go see the Christmas train, go see Santa, bake the cookies, watch the movie, wrap the presents, listen to other people do Christmas caroling, and just enjoy the activities that are going on, because there's so many activities that we can choose to participate in if we want to. So I had to give myself permission to make this adjustment during this holiday season to slow down, to not allow the work side of things to dictate what I did for these last couple of weeks. Now, for those of us that are running our own business and trying to decide, okay, do I do a Black Friday deal? Well, hopefully you made that decision already. I mean, hello, it's Tuesday. And yeah, you got to get moving if you're doing that. Hopefully you're not. But if you're doing some sort of Black Friday deal, I get it. You have a lot going on with that. There's social media posting and all of the things. But once that's done, do you still need to hustle? Do you still need to push? Do you still need to be at that level of hype? Or can you take a step back? Can you take a step down and let things coast a little bit? Can you batch things ahead of time, like your podcast or your social media content? Can you post 3 reels this week instead of 5? Like, what can you do to scale back just that little bit to allow yourself more time for what's truly important, which is your family and creating those memories? So I challenge you and I encourage you to give yourself permission to adjust your schedule and find new balance during this time, during this season, because it's over so quickly. And I don't know about you, but I want my kids to remember the hot chocolate that we drank and the Christmas train we got to see and the time with Santa. Not me buried in my phone trying to post another reel or record another episode or doing updates to the website, right? I don't want them to remember me working in front of a screen. I want them to remember the magic of the season. And I don't want it to be rushed. And I don't want it to be this big scheduled thing of, okay, we have an hour. Now we're done. Now we got to move on. I like the ebb and flow of it a bit more. So 1, give yourself permission. Okay. Number 2, say no. Super simple, but yet so darn hard. Stop saying yes to everything. Okay? You do not have the time to say yes to everything. You don't need to participate in 20 cookie exchanges. You don't need to make 5 gingerbread houses. You don't need to do all of the things that you're invited to do. You can say no. You can decide and prioritize which things you want to participate in and which things you want to do and which things you don't want to do. And this goes for all year round, but I find that it's even more of an issue around the holiday season because we feel obligated, because it's supposed to be this time of magic and celebration and happiness and, all the things, rosy cheeks, cookies, whatever. But while you're in this stage and you're trying to be the one that plans the things and gets the people from A to B to C, and you have to spend the money to make the thing happen, you need to start learning how to say no. Because I can't afford to make 12 dozen cookies 5 times for 5 different cookie exchanges to get cookies from somebody else that I don't like. I'm very particular about my Christmas cookies, okay? Most of the cookies that some of you other people are making are gross. I'm sorry. Can I eat them? And I'm sure that there are some of you out there that says that my favorite cookies, which are the molasses cookies, are disgusting. And that's totally fine. You don't have to eat them. I make them for me. And my husband's favorite Christmas cookie, get this, ready? Chocolate chip cookies. What's Christmassy about chocolate chip freaking cookies? Nothing. Nothing. But those are the cookies that he likes around the holidays. He likes them all year round, but he likes them around the holidays as well. And then we make the pretzel kisses with the M&M thing on them. We make that. And then the new one that we started making, I think 2 years ago. It needs a new name, but I got boys. So it's called reindeer poop. I know. It's called reindeer poop. And it's pretty much like 5 different kinds of chocolate melted over the top of peanuts. And a couple different kinds of peanuts in the crock pot. And then you just put them in these balls on your cookie sheet. And I sprinkle Christmas sprinkles on the top, which is how they got the name reindeer poop, because it's just peanuts covered in chocolate in a messy ball on, a cookie tray. And I make them small, right? Because I have little kids, so I make these reindeer poop things smaller, and then we cover them with sprinkles. I'll post a picture on my Instagram at some point when I make them again, but they are fun, and they are actually really freaking good. But I need a better name suggestion. So if you have one, please share it with me. I would love a better name than reindeer poop. My whole point here is saying no to those things you don't want to do, or to those things that just aren't in alignment with what you're doing. Saying no to the things that cause you stress and anxiety and additional headache around trying to figure out how to do, or that just don't work. Like I said about the cookies. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll participate in one cookie exchange, but that's it, right? Because I feel like I should, or because it's family and they're asking me to. Fine, whatever. Participate in the one cookie exchange. But you don't need to do the one at the office. You don't need to do the one at your church. You don't need to do the one at the library. You don't need to do, right? Especially if you don't like all the cookies you're getting. Like, I think that there should be a sign-up sheet that says what cookies you're going to make. And then people can say yes or no. And then you know how many cookies you're going to make. Or if everybody says, hell no, I don't want your cookies, then they can go make something else. I mean, I would participate in that cookie exchange. I would. But I think I'd also get a little butthurt if people told me they didn't want my molasses cookies. But that's okay. More for me. But saying no can be really hard, right? And knowing what actually is a priority and what isn't a priority, I know is hard too. So getting out your calendar, looking at your schedule, your availability, what you have going on already is a really easy way to be able to say no, right? If there's a Christmas party this coming Saturday, but you're also having a cookie exchange and you're also having a Christmas Carol event that you were going to go to, that's 3 events on one day. Then you have 3 small kids that you need to cart around, and nap times and food schedules and snack times and diaper changes and car rides. You really need to weigh that and be like, okay, is this actually worth it? Are my kids going to enjoy this? Do I need to cut back? Can I make an adjustment? Is this a mommy only event, or is this a family thing? What does that look like? And use that as an excuse. No, I'm sorry, we already committed to doing XYZ, maybe next time, maybe next year. You can say no. You can say no. It gets easier, I promise, with practice as you say no and as you get more creative on different ways to say no. But keep working on it. Keep working on different ways to say no and be nice about it. If you need to, you don't have to be aggressive. No. You say, no, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me right now. No, I'm sorry, my schedule's already booked. Oh, that day doesn't work. No, I'm not interested in doing that right now. They don't need to know that you can afford to make them 12 dozen cookies or that you have a terrible singing voice. Actually, I would tell them that, to be honest. Like, no, I'm sorry, I can't sing. I'm not participating in the Christmas Carol. And they'll laugh it off and then be done with it and move on in the conversation. And then ask them how it's going for them and how things are and just change the subject in essence. Well, not change it, but like redirect it in a different direction that's still on topic, but not about you participating. But stop saying yes to everyone and everything and really get intentional with your time because you're going to get burnt out. And it's this moment of over committing that really causes the holidays to become stressful for us because we're trying to do too many things. We're trying to make all the memories for everybody and be 20 places instead of being in the 5 places that are the most important or making the memories that are most important with our kids. And traditionally, a lot of those memories that those kids want to make can be done at home. Like my oldest, his favorite thing that he remembers around the holiday time is he has a special hot chocolate cup. And he knows when that cup comes out, he gets his special hot chocolate. And we do, Christmas jammies and hot chocolate and watch a movie and sometimes do a picnic on the floor with that movie or whatever. And he cares more about that than he cares about going to someone's house for a Christmas party. So it's really thinking about what is important in this season of life that you're in right now. How old are your kids? What do they really want to be doing? What do you really want to be doing? And say no to the rest. There'll always be things there that you can do later. And there'll always be ways to create new and more memories. It doesn't always have to be going out, being expensive or this landish thing and matching outfits and the whole thing. It's always nice, but it doesn't need to be that way. It could be at home, in your PJs, watching the sun. Now, the third thing that you can do during this holiday season to not feel so overwhelmed and not feel out of alignment with what this season's really about and what is a priority for you is to download my More Than Self-Care guide. All right, this is a free guide that I put together, and it's more than self-care because self-care has become such an overused term that it's almost like you just go numb to it. Like, yeah, okay, whatever, self-care. Oh, I won't go shopping, self-care. Oh, I did my nails, self-care. Blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, whatever. But we need to take it back and we need to make it stronger. So I challenge you to go deeper. right? And in this guide, it's more than self-care, because what we're doing is we're rekindling, we're recharging, we're reconnecting. And in this guide, I talk about ways to do all these 3 R's, right? For yourself, for your family, and with your spouse. Because you need to incorporate self-care not only in your own well-being, but self-care for your family. You need to give your family attention, and you need to prioritize that time with them, just like you need to prioritize your time with your spouse, and doing things with him and giving him attention, just like you give the kids attention, just like you need to give yourself attention. Okay? So in this free guide, I go over different ways to prioritize these 3 areas of your life and how to give it more attention, more time, reconnection, and just be more than this going through the motions, meaningless self-care. Because we're worth more. Our kids are worth more. Our marriages are worth more. So doing and giving more of ourselves is important. And being fully immersed in what you're doing and just fully present in that moment is so important. So in this guide, I go over a couple of different ways that you can incorporate self-care in these 3 topic areas. And I give you examples and things that you can do at home. And I tried really hard to keep these things affordable, things that you can do at home. Of course, you can always go out on a date night out of the house, but that's just one example, right? But you can do date night at home. And I tried really hard for all 3 categories to come up with cost-effective things that you can do at home. Okay? So don't feel that the self-care needs to be expensive, right? It can be free, or it can cost a little bit of money, but it doesn't need to be expensive, okay? It is what you make it. And for me, I want to make it as cost-effective as possible, because I'm more likely to do it if I don't have to go on Amazon and buy 20 things to make the thing happen, because I don't got time for that. So those are the 3 things that you can do this holiday season to eliminate and disrupt this moment of overwhelm and this need to do and be everything this holiday season, because you deserve to be present, you deserve to have lasting memories, and you deserve to enjoy this time period and not just go through the motions and be stressed and overwhelmed with it all. So, as a reminder, you are giving yourself permission to adjust your schedule. You are saying no to the things that do not align with you and your family and your needs and the things that you want to do right now. You are saying no. And you're going to go download my free guide for more than self-care. And you're going to get some great ideas on things that you can do to reconnect, recharge, and rekindle your relationships with yourself, your kids, and your spouse. Because we can always use a little bit more connection and a little bit more meaningful memories with our family. All right, Mama, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving week. And I want to remind you that you got this. And we'll talk next week. Hey, Mama, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope this episode alleviated some of those feelings of overwhelm and that you found connection on this journey in motherhood with me. If this episode resonated with you, can you leave a review and subscribe so you never miss an episode? That would mean the world to me. I'd also love to connect with you on Instagram, so send me a DM and let me know how motherhood is going for you. And remember, Mama, you got this.